Welcome to a presentation of Spartans football on DeLaSalleTV. DeLaSalle would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of our Spartans: Golden State Orthopedic and Spine, Lemurs Buick GMC, NewFi Lending, Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants, Armanino LLP, Greenlight Simulation Drivers Training for Teens, and Lennox Homes. DeLaSalle would also like to thank Diablo Valley Funeral Home, Bay Alarm, Rubino Counseling, SPM Properties, Uncommon Potential, and GlassTech Professional Window Cleaning. Thank you to all of these sponsors for their support of this broadcast. It's time for Spartans football on DeLaSalleTV. Here's Pat O'Rourke and Damon Esper.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a presentation of Spartan football on DeLaSalleTV. Hello, everyone. I'm Pat O'Rourke. My partner is Damon Esper. Looking forward to this matchup as the Spartans are on the road tonight in San Ramon against the Cal High Grizzlies. And Damon, the Spartan defense has been very impressive. They've shut down Monte Vista and San Ramon Valley the last couple of weeks. Now they go up against the Cal High team that averages almost 40 points a game and well over 400 yards a game.
Yeah, this is another good team. These three EVAL teams in a row are probably the best other three teams in the league, and Cal High's had a lot of success on offense this year. They got a dual threat quarterback, good running game, good passing game, and De La Salle's defense, of course, is all about shutting that down, pressuring the quarterback, and trying to force turnovers.
We'll see if they get that done tonight. The Spartans and Grizzlies. We'll hear from Spartan head coach Justin Albaugh coming up. You're watching on DeLaSalleTV.
My name is Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have two sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I see in the dust.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
You wouldn't put somebody in a baseball game if they don't know how to throw, right? So why do we put kids in a car before they know how to drive? We want to teach them that foundational skill of how to drive that vehicle, how to understand everything that's going on around them, and what they need to be paying attention to before they get out on the road. So we're all about a safe start and building better, safer drivers.
Welcome back to the De La Salle TV pregame show. We speak with Spartans head coach Justin Allenbaugh after the Spartans win over Monte Vista last week, 42-7 victory, and they go up against Cal High tonight. And Coach Allenbaugh, terrific performance last week. I mean, you guys averaged almost 14 yards per play, and you held a really good offense that was averaging 34 points and almost 400 yards a game to just 76 total yards and only 1 yard per play. It seemed like, I mean, a pretty spectacular performance against a quality team.
Yeah, our physicality was great. You know, they couldn't really get anything going on the ground game. We were getting to the quarterback really well. The only complaint was our punt return.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we didn't, three mistakes on punt return, and we just couldn't get the ball back, and it was frustrating in that regard. But I mean, yeah, I think we only had 28 offensive plays for 400 yards, and like you said, they averaged about 1 yard per play against a Division I quarterback, a Division I running back. Their tight end was out, but that's a solid team that came in with some good wins. So our physicality and our effort, everything was solid. It was good.
And the next day, I know the team went to the Hall of Fame banquet to watch Damon Jenkins get inducted, among others, along with the 2010 football team. Can you talk about that as far as what kind of maybe impact that made and how it maybe resonated with your football team? Because obviously it's something, when we're in high school, it's it's hard to, you don't really think too much about the history and grasp that, but it seemed like that was something that the team was fully invested in on Saturday.
Yeah, at our team dinner on Thursday, last Thursday, I showed them the first half of the state championship game against Servite, and I showed them what amazing football, and we're a really good team right now. I'm happy with this team, but we're not a great team yet. And I showed them what a great De La Salle team can do, and they were watching those guys. They're like, oh man, those guys are playing hard. Those guys are physical, and then seeing Blake Reno in person, giving the speech. I was walking, after I congratulated those guys and gave them a hug, I was walking off the podium, and I was walking by, and a couple of the guys were like, Coach, that guy looks like he could kill somebody. And I go, he did. I showed you the film because Reno is still in really good shape. And, hearing him speak and hearing Damon Jenkins speak, and, obviously the other inductees, Frank Alaco, and, across the board, it was a great event. It's great to have. And, we're a program, and we're a program with a rich history, and we don't hide from that, and we need to embrace that. So, I just had an open discussion with them about what that team was and how they were and the tenacity that they played with, and talking about Damon. And Damon came by our film session on Saturday before the event, and, I introduced him to the team, and it was a neat moment for our program, to see some continuity. And I said, if you guys need to work your tail off, and if you do what you're capable of, maybe someday you guys will be up on that podium. And it was a neat moment for our kids and for us as coaches.
And speaking of that, as far as, of course, your quarterback having another solid season, Toa Abai, and he's only 22 rushing yards from going over 2,000 in his career, and no Spartan quarterback has done that before. And obviously you guys have had some really good quarterbacks, really good running quarterbacks. And of course, he was also 5 of 5 passing last week, threw a touchdown. Seems like, he's certainly been an excellent leader for you. He came in as a sophomore where you had to put in some of his leadership skills to test, but seems like somebody that the team really responds to and loves playing with.
Yeah, as coaches, we can be hard and a lot of times kind of pessimistic and kind of negative. But it's important to tip the cap when a young man has done what you've been instructing him to do and guiding him to do. He's grown up a lot. He's always been a lovely kid, but as a leader, he's on another level this year, and he's a real joy to coach right now. He's enjoyable to be around. He's enjoyable to coach, and he's playing his tail off. He was, he ran the ball 3 times and threw the ball 5 times and had 3 touchdowns. So, that's pretty high efficiency. And I didn't even know that he was 22 yards away from the 2,000 mark, but that's, I'm going to tell him before the game, I probably won't, because then he's just going to keep the ball every time. I'll tell him after. I'm assuming he's going to get more than 22 rushing yards today. So it's no, that's neat, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the growth that he's had, and and it shows in his play. He's doing a great job.
And you guys go up against a really good Cal team. They're 7-1. They run the ball extremely well. Jadis Lucky, tremendous running back that also plays some safety for them. What jumps out about you when you watch Cal on film?
They have a really good running quarterback, which is always a problem. Their running back is outstanding, and he runs hard. He's got great speed. He's got great vision, and they have a top flight receiver that I think is a great track runner as well. Coach Calcagno, he does a great job. They compete. Their offensive line knows what they're doing. They're simple in what they do, but they do it really efficiently, and they know what they're doing defensively. And to be honest, if you watch the Ceremony game, in a lot of ways they are one loss coming to this game, and we know they're going to show up and compete against us, and we know it's going to be a tough night for sure.
Spartans and Cal coming your way tonight. You're watching on DeLaSalleTV.
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
My name's Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have two sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I in the dust.
Sal, put your back over there.
And welcome back to Ernie Berger Stadium in San Ramon, the campus of California High School. Along with Damon Esper, Pat O'Rourke with you. The Spartans and the Grizzlies going at it tonight. The Spartans come in with an 8-0 record. The Grizzlies 7-1. The only blemish on the Cal High schedule was a loss to San Ramon Valley 3 weeks ago. They're coming off a bye after a 50-36 win over Monte Vista. They have scored at least 35 points in all games except for that one against San Ramon Valley where they scored 26. And it's senior night for Cal. The Spartans, meanwhile, they had their final home game of the regular season last week. They're on the road for these final two games, at Cal tonight and at Clayton Valley next Friday night to close out the regular season. The Spartans have won the toss. They will get the football first, and we'll see if Jaden Jefferson gets an actual chance to return the football here. He's only had, believe it or not, he's only had 4 kick returns this season, but he's returned 2 of them for touchdowns.
It's a good ratio, I'm told.
Yeah, not bad.
Problem is you kick short and you end up handing De La Salle field position. And, maybe field position doesn't matter the way the Spartans have been playing the last few weeks, but you certainly don't want to give De La Salle the ball at the 35 if you can help it. But you're so worried about that, that deep touchdown. We'll see what Henry Dupin does kicking off here.
Dupin, the kicker for Cal High. Wearing the number 24, Jaden Jefferson, back deep for the Spartans. And this one is underway, and it is a squib kick up the middle of the football field, bobbled by the Spartans, picked up and taken past the 40-yard line. And that is Dylan Scott up in the Cal territory all the way down to the 35-yard line before he is tackled by the Grizzlies. Henry Dupin, the kicker, the one who ends up making the stop on Scott on that lengthy return.
Kind of making me look smart there. You're so terrified of having to give up that long return to Jaden that you end up kicking it short, and the Spartans get it at your 35 anyway.
So Spartan offense on the field. Toa Fa'avai, the senior quarterback, takes the snap from center. He'll hand off immediately, and a huge hole for Dominic Kelly. Kelly inside the 20, tackled finally inside the 15-yard line by the free safety, Jadis Lucky.
Breaks it over left side, gets out across 15-yard line.
Well, we were talking to a gentleman before the game who said he was out here to see Cal High for the first time, and I was talking about the last couple of Spartan games, and just he was out at the San Ramon game, and he said he left at halftime. Well, De La Salle's doing the same thing here, just immediately putting the pressure on.
They have won handily those last 2 weeks against San Ramon and against Monte Vista. As Fa'avai is going to hand it off here, and the Grizzlies reading it all the way. They had a bunch of black shirts in the backfield to stop the Spartans on that one, and that's going to be a loss of about 2.
Aiden Rumble with the penetration there, hitting Kelly immediately, almost simultaneously with the handoff.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Cal plays a 4-3 defense. They have 6 seniors on that defensive side of the ball. Here's Fa'avai on second down. He'll hand off, going to the left with it and cutting it back inside the 5-yard line, looking for the end zone. That's a touchdown for Derek Blanche, and the Spartans take the early 6-0 lead as Blanche scores from 13 yards out to put the Spartans on the board.
Well, De La Salle taking it easy here, only scoring a minute 18 into the game, 78 seconds. Blanche, just a nice run to the side. He gets good blocking, runs through one arm tackle there. Darius Brown got an arm on him, and then Nick Hubbard tried to get him down before the goal line, but was not able to.
We'll call it a 12-yard touchdown run there for Blanche. Spartans go 3 plays, 35 yards in a minute 18. The extra point try, and it's a bad snap, and they're going to keep it. And running is Reed Lawrence. He's looking in the end zone, pump fakes, and then gets hit inside the 5. And the rest of the black shirts combine to bring him down. And the Spartans unable to score on the point after. They will settle for the 6-0 lead with 10:41 to go in the opening quarter.
We lost a second on that.
Yeah, there's times not supposed to run on the point afters, but second ran off there as Reed Lawrence looked like had a little issue with the snap and just decided to keep it himself, and it was ended up being no extra point try on that one for Justin Urabari.
And if you're scoring at home, and Lord knows why you would be, an extra point try where there is no actual kick counts as a 2-point conversion, so Reed Lawrence gets the missed 2-pointer on that.
Spartans haven't had to really have many 2-point conversions this year.
Had a couple. They made 2 out of 3, if I remember correctly.
Number 5, quick Nick Fox.
Might as well give the officials today. Kenny Leffel, the great Kenny Leffel, is our referee today. Bill Hofs is the umpire. Chris Keating is the headlinesman. Larry McInerney is the line judge. And Phil Bryant is the back judge, 5-man crew.
Justin Urabari gets a chance here on the kickoff, kicks it deep, and that one is going to go into the end zone. And for Urabari, his 10th touchback of the season. And 6 of those have come in these last 3 contests. So the Cal offense will take the field. And why don't we take a look at the Grizzlies here. Their outstanding running back is Jadis Lucky, 1,450 rushing yards this year, including 23 touchdowns. The quarterback, also a junior like Lucky, that's Arjun Banerjee. 5'11", 178-pound junior.
Arjun's got some running skills too, so he's a little bit more diversified than the last couple quarterbacks De La Salle's seen.
He takes the snap out of the gun. He's going to hand off on Lucky, and Lucky gets a big hole up the middle, spins away from a tackle and takes it past the 35-yard line. Good yardage on first down for Jadis Lucky.
Yeah, Ant Dean had a shot at him. You're going to see this right here once Lucky clears the line. There's Dean right there. Seems to have him wrapped up, but Lucky able to spin away, and then Bubba Vargas coming from behind to get him.
So on first down and 10 from the 36-yard line, to keep it on the ground again. This time the Spartans hit Lucky, but he continues to fight through the tackles and takes it inside Grizzly territory, all the way inside the 30, and finally pushed out around the 20 by Jacob D'Artez. The Spartans had Lucky dead to right in the backfield, and somehow he got through the middle of that line and got the big gainer inside Spartan territory.
Well, establishing a narrative right off the bat, with Lucky able to get out of tackles and couldn't see who had him wrapped up for a second there, but D'Artez a good job of running him down, but it's still down to the 21-yard line.
He goes 16 on the first play. That time he goes for 43 yards, and the Grizzlies set up just outside the Spartan 20-yard line. And here's Banerjee looking to throw for the first time. Got a man downfield, pass caught inside the 5-yard line. And that is his favorite target, Nick Fox. The 25th catch of the year for Fox, who's averaging an amazing 35 yards per catch this year.
Yeah, this is the guy that De La Salle coaches were worried about on his vertical routes. And actually, that ball's slightly underthrown. It might have been a touchdown if Fox didn't have to stop for it. Spate with the tackle.
So they're set up at the Spartan 1-yard line, with Lucky set to the right of Banerjee. Now snap goes way over the head of Banerjee, and Lucky's going to have to fall on it way back at the previous line of scrimmage past the 20-yard line. So first and goal to the 1 is going to turn into second and goal from the 22.
Zachary Rosenberg, the center. Rosenberg was the long snapper the last couple of weeks and snapped a few poor snaps and actually got replaced as a long snapper. So a bit of an issue for Cal High.
They're using tempo here in this first possession. Getting to the line quickly. It's second down and goal from the 22. Banerjee still has Lucky with him in the backfield. 2 receivers set to each side. Spartans showing pressure, and the whistle blows. It's a false start against the home team.
5 yards, still second.
So Cal was in business. First and goal from the 1. Now way back to the 27-yard line. This Grizzly team wins against Patterson, James Logan, Monterey Trail, Antioch, Grenada, Livermore, and Monte Vista. The lone loss, a 38-26 defeat at San Ramon Valley 3 weeks ago. They're coming off a bye. Second down and goal from the 27-yard line. Banerjee looks back towards his sideline before the snap. Ball on the far left hash. And movement again by the Grizzlies. All the receivers moved forward on that one.
On the offense, 5 yards, still second down.
So bad snap, back-to-back false start penalties, and now you got second and goal from the 32.
And of course, this was a story last week after De La Salle had a couple of muffed punts early on. Monte Vista was not able to capitalize, and part of it was some mistakes on the offense. Suddenly, they're back at the 32-yard line. You know, that's back far enough where you're looking at a 49-yard field goal and stuff. You know, you may not score here. And I would imagine they have to throw, and I would imagine the De La Salle line knows that.
Yeah, Cal wanting to pick up at least a big chunk of yards here on this play on second down and goal. It's Banerjee throwing. His pass is going to be caught inside the 25-yard line, upended inside the 20. Tackle made by Treshawn Wright as Wesley Weininger makes his 7th catch of the season.
Weininger's a good short yardage guy for him. He starts at tight end often, and just a little in route there. Gets a little more than 10 yards, maybe about 13 yards back.
Yep, they got 13. It's third and goal from the 19. Banerjee fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. Now he wants to run with it. Spartans chasing down, and Matthew Johnson, actually Nehemiah Tolona, the one who makes Tolona brings down Banerjee to set up fourth and goal.
They're going to kick here.
Maya Tolona
again, it's tough here because they're still 14 yards away or so, but Magi able to get some yards back, and it looks like it'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt.
Banerjee, the holder, and Dupin, 2 of 5 on field goals this year, as long as a 37. This one is going to be a 32-yarder from the far hash. And the kick is up, and it is going to be just good, just over that upright for the 3 points for the Grizzlies, and they are able to get points on the board after those 2 big run plays to start the possession.
California 3.
So Dupin, his 3rd field goal of the season. Didn't mention the lawn snapper. It looked like that was Rosenberg. That was.
Yeah, I thought that was 52 out there too. We were told it was going to be a different guy. So retract everything we said, although it is in fact true that they've been having trouble on their snaps.
Grizzlies go 3 minutes and 46 seconds on that possession. 9 plays, pardon me, 7 plays, and they travel 64 yards on those 7 plays. Significant because 64 yards. The Spartans last week against Monte Vista gave up 76 yards for the entire game, allowed just 1 yard per play. Dupin will now kick off to the Spartans. Squib kick last time.
Henry Dupin kicking off.
And it's another one up the middle of the football field. Again, the Spartans struggle with picking it up, but Dylan Scott picks it up and takes past the 40-yard line and met by the Grizzlies there, and his forward progress will be exactly at that Spartan 40-yard line.
That kick fielded by number 35, Dylan Scott.
So Dylan Scott getting a couple chances on the returns here. Let's take a look at the Spartan offense. Did not get a chance the first time they had the football. Toa Fa'avai, only 22 rushing yards away from going over 2,000 for his high school career. He also has 39 rushing touchdowns in his career. Derek Blanche, of course, running back, him and Kelly. And Blanche went over 2,000 yards in his career a few games ago, and Kelly could maybe get there before the end of the season. They're split behind Toa Fa'avai here, and Fa'avai is going to keep it himself, and he's going to throw off the run, and his pass complete. Deuce Jones-Drew inside Cal territory. Makes a man miss. He takes inside the 40-yard line, and Deuce Jones-Drew picking up his 2nd catch of the season. This one's going to go for 24 yards.
California brought extra pressure. They brought 2 extra guys there. Fa'avai rolling to his left and able to get to Deuce Jones-Drew, who breaks several tackles, finally brought down.
Fa'avai fakes it to him, keeps it himself as he runs over the left side. He tries to run over cornerback Darius Brown, the sophomore, and takes inside the 30-yard line on Fa'avai's first carry of the night.
Keeps it, goes around left side, taken down
Pickup
by
of
Darius Brown.
7. This Cal defense allowing 22.1 points per game. In the last 2 contests against Monte Vista and Ceremon Valley, they've allowed 37 points per game and 447 yards per contest in those 2 games. Fa'avai gives the handoff here, looking for room to run between the tackles, and getting tackled after picking up the first down to the 25-yard line was Dominic Kelly, who had the first 2 rushing plays of the night for the Spartans.
Jordan Lee ends up bringing him down. The 4-yard pickup for Kelly.
Of a couple, and that will be a first down for the Spartans.
Already 3 for 27.
Him and Blanche split behind Fa'avai, who takes a snap behind center on first down and 10. Spartan quarterback, hands off, huge hole, and taking it inside the 10 is Kelly. Kelly close to the goal line, brought down just shy of the goal line again by Jadis Lucky, the free safety.
Number 21, Dominic
Kelly, who's been Mr. Touchdown of late, twice brought down by Lucky at the end of big runs, but once again, Spartans in prime scoring position here. There you see Lucky getting Kelly around the legs, and Kelly trying to reach out to the goal line.
He had his 10th and 11th touchdowns on the season last week against Monte Vista. He split along with Blanche behind Fa'avai. Fa'avai is going to give it to Kelly. Kelly looking for pay dirt. He is in. Touchdown, Spartans. Dominic Kelly's 12th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Spartans lead it 12-3.
And he's in for the Spartans.
Well, that was a justice handoff because he didn't get the one before. They made sure to give it to him one more time. We'll see it right here. This is your classic Kelly power move. Handoff right behind the right tackle. And Ossie, the tight end, blocking there too. They'll go for 2 as they chase the missed extra point.
So Spartans trying to get the even 14 on there as Blanche is set in the backfield. Vai takes his snap out of the gun, calls a man in motion. That's Jefferson. They're going to give the speedster the ball, and he's going to take it into the end zone untouched. The 2-point conversion for Jaden Jefferson makes it 14-3. De La Salle will take a timeout. You're watching Spartan football. We're live from San Ramon. It's
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
back at Ernie Berger Stadium at California High School, 4:56 to go in the opening quarter. Spartans lead it 14-3 after the 2-point conversion. And kicking off once again will be Justin Urabari, who had his 10th touchback of the season the last time he kicked off. This one is going to be returnable from the 4-yard line. Luke Taylor takes it past the 20-yard line, makes a couple of moves as he meets Dartez at the 25, and then gets his forward progress stopped from there.
Yard line before he's wrapped up by number 20, Jacob Dartez. California takes over 1st and 10.
One of the I like that huddle on the sideline. I didn't realize, I was looking at the monitor, I didn't realize they were still on the sideline. I thought that the coach had gone all the way out to the huddle.
This Grizzly offense averaging over 39 points per contest on the season and 429 yards per game, going against the best defense they faced all year. Banerjee is going to fake the handoff, and he wants to throw. He's looking for a deep shot down the field, and it is going to be incomplete. He had his man, Nick Fox, who they like to go deep to, and Fox unable to haul in that shot from Banerjee.
This is a good pass by Banerjee, too, just off the fingertips of Fox. And I don't want to repeat myself too much, but yeah, that's one Fox has to pull in if they're going to win this game. But the Spartan coach is very worried about Cal High using those deep verticals to Fox.
Fox, 8 touchdowns on the year, 839 receiving yards. The last 3 games, he's got 427 yards and 5 touchdowns. They missed him on the deep shot there. It's 2nd down and 10. Jadis Lucky in the backfield with Banerjee. Spartans bringing a little pressure. Banerjee gets the ball out quickly, and there is a catch sliding down onto the turf to make it was Chucky Curtis, his 7th catch of the year for the 6'2", 170-pound senior.
That ball will be spotted around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Dean coming from the backside on the pressure.
For a California first down.
It's a good pass, but of course they'd rather that Curtis can catch that on the fly and not have to go to the ground there.
Pick up 14 yards to move the chains. The Grizzlies will have 2 receivers set to the left, ball spotted between the hash marks. Banerjee this time gives it to Lucky. Lucky looking for space between the tackles. He runs hard. He's not going to be easy for the Spartans to bring down. It's going to be a team effort tonight. He does go down at the 42-yard line after a pickup of about 3. Lucky, family moved here from Manteca. He ran for 460 yards and 6 touchdowns as a sophomore last year at Manteca. They always have a very good program down there.
2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
Mateo Young is into the game. Junior, who has 19 carries on the season. Banerjee looking over to the sideline.
Yeah, they're signaling the play in late because they want to take advantage of De La Salle's personnel. They got 10 on the shot clock right now.
Aiden Rumble, the tight end, the H-back on the right side. He's the one who goes in motion over the left. Banerjee keeps it himself, looking for space between the tackles. He takes it out to past the 45-yard line.
Arjun Banerjee touched it. Goes over left side. Good lead block there by number 67.
Matthew Johnson with the tackle, and now somebody is down, and that is Weininger, the tight end.
Official timeout.
So Weininger, unfortunately, lying on his back right now. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4 yards to go for the Grizzlies coming up on this, their second possession of the night. The Spartans leading 14-3. Spartans scoring on their first possession after a good return by Dylan Scott. They went 35 yards on 3 plays in a minute 18. Derek Blanche, a 12-yard touchdown run. The Grizzlies responded with a 7-play, 64-yard drive that at one point at 1st and goal, they had to settle for a field goal to make it 6-3, a 32-yarder from Henry Dupin. Spartans responded 5-play, 40-yard drive. Again, good field position, and it was going to be, after the field goal, it was going to be Deuce Jones-Drew, who started off the possession with he started off at his own 40. It was 60-yard possession, 5 plays, 60 yards in a minute 59. Deuce Jones-Drew started off a 24-yard reception, then Dominic Kelly, 2-yard touchdown run.
I want to correct myself. Angad Gara, the left tackle, is the one who was down, 65.
So Gara, the one, 6'3", 245-pound senior. Banerjee and the Cal offense looking at 3rd down and 4.
Zach Bruce, 75, in to replace him.
Banerjee again gets the ball out quickly, but it's incomplete as he was looking for Fox. Ant Dean was right there on the coverage.
Number 5. Well covered on the play by number 12.
We'll see what they decide to do here. I'd definitely go for this. You've got to look for opportunities early on against De La Salle if you're going to beat the Spartans. And it looks like the offense is staying out there.
Danny Calcagno, the excellent coach here at Cal, 5th season, 29-20 record. Going for it here on 4th down and 4. He went up against the Spartans when he's the coach at San Leandro in the late 90s, early 2000s. And here is going to be a pooch kick by Banerjee, who's also their punter. It's going to bounce inside the Spartan 30-yard line, take a Grizzly bounce, and it'll be picked up at the Spartan 22-yard line with 2:43 to go in the opening quarter. The Spartans have scored on their first 2 possessions, and they're going to try to make it 3 for 3 here. One thing the Spartans haven't been doing much lately, and we haven't seen them tonight, is a 3rd down. They have not attempted a 3rd down tonight, and just 8 3rd down attempts in the last 2 weeks. Last week against Monte Vista, the Spartan offense was 3 of 4 on 3rd down.
Best way to convert 3rd downs is not have them.
Here's Favai throwing right away. The pass is going to be complete past the 30-yard line, as it was DJ Asiasi making his 3rd catch of the season.
Every time he makes a catch, we remark on this. They have traditionally used tight ends to receive passes, but not this year, not the last couple years with Asiasi.
Line up as a tight end on the left side, split backs behind Favai on 1st and 10 after that 12-yard pickup. He's going to give a late pitch here and looking for space, cutting it back over the middle of the field, and plenty of running room here, and going all the way inside Cal territory is Derek Blanche, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. No flags on the field, 66 yards. Blanche starts right, comes back left, and the Spartans lead it 20-3.
Well, there's a reason you don't punt to the Spartans. This play works because Favai takes so long to let it develop. It changes the dynamic with where the defenders are, and so Blanche, once he's able to get through those first couple and make his cut, is all alone for the last 50-plus of the 66-yard run.
Justin Yorabari will look for his first chance to kick the football through the uprights, and he does so to make it 21-3 Spartans. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Golden State Orthopedics and Spine.
Dr. Justin Trail helping us out in goodness of his heart.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
You wouldn't put somebody in a baseball game if they don't know how to throw, right? So why do we put kids in a car before they know how to drive? We want to teach them that foundational skill of how to drive that vehicle, how to understand everything that's going on around them, and what they need to be paying attention to before they get out on the road. So we're all about a safe start and building better, safer drivers.
21-3 Spartans. They go 2 plays, 78 yards in 39 seconds. Derek Blanche, a 66-yard touchdown run, his 8th touchdown of the season. Ensuing kickoff goes towards the goal line and is returnable from the 1-yard line over the left side. Again, for Cal was Luke Taylor, and he's unable to get out to the 20-yard line before the Spartan special teamers meet him.
Back this side of 20, penalty flag on the play.
There was a marker on the field.
Flag is over on the sideline by the 20-yard line. So late in the return, perhaps, or somebody got personal foul. Ken Leffel
Personal foul after the play was over. Unnecessary roughness on the return team. That penalty will be enforced half the distance.
So they've got return it to the 18. So half the distance means they'll get it just inside their 9-yard line. The Grizzlies move the ball their first 2 plays of the night. They had 2 plays for 59 yards on rushes by Jadis Lucky. They even, actually the first 3 plays, they went 79 yards, but went backwards from there. They picked up 1 first down in their second possession before punting to the Spartans, and now this one, their 3rd try at it. They have it at their own 8-yard line. Jadis Lucky to the left of Banerjee, and he's going to get the pitch. Jadis Lucky looking up the left sideline and near the Spartan bench. He steps out of bounds.
Should mention that Angad Gara is back on at left tackle.
Jadis Lucky gets the carry over left side.
They average 247 pounds along that offensive line. Gara, Pahulu, Rosenberg, McCord, and Magnus Carlson from left to right on that offensive line.
Second down.
2nd down and 5.
Not the biggest line that De La Salle's seen this year, but a very good and efficient line. Very nimble, very athletic.
Biggest guy is the right guard, Aaron McCord. He goes 295. 2nd down and 5. Banerjee gives it to Lucky again. Lucky trying to run over that left side, but the white shirts gang tackle him and bring him down. Wyatt Ferguson, one of those who met him.
44, Bubba
Vargas in on the stop.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up
Vargas, the first contact. And looks like they might give him a yard. So big 3rd down for the Grizzlies, who are down 18.
3rd and about 4 for this Grizzly offense. Jake Westfall out there for the Grizzlies. Looks like he'll be an H-back on the right side. Banerjee with Lucky. And Banerjee wants to throw across the middle. His pass incomplete. And a flag comes down as he was looking to get it across the middle of the Fox. And Ant Dean was there on the coverage.
Yeah, Dean was all over him. So we're assuming this is going to be a PI. Here's our replay. You'll see Fox coming in, just kind of a...
On the defense.
Yeah, that's definitely a pass interference. Absolutely.
The first penalty of the night against the Spartans. And the Grizzlies, who were at their 9, are now at their own 30-yard line. They average 278 rushing yards a game, 151.4 passing yards per contest. And Banerjee pitching to Lucky. Lucky this time looking for space over the right side, and he is brought down by the Spartans. Nico Bumgartner, the leading tackler on this Spartan team, 6'2", 200-pound senior. Spartans are playing without inside linebacker Landon Miller tonight. Landon Cook getting the start in his place.
Take about 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 for California.
Lucky a workhorse, 145 carries in 8 games coming into tonight.
Over 300 a couple weeks ago against Monte Vista as well.
Yeah, 317 and 5 touchdowns in that game against Monte Vista, the last game they played 2 weeks ago. They'll keep going on the ground again here, but the Spartans have everybody in on the stop there.
Spartans ran that run blitz that they do periodically on that one.
And that will take us to the close of the first quarter. Spartans 3 for 3 on their offensive possessions. They lead at 21-3 as we go to the second. You're watching Spartan football, brought to you in part by Golden State Orthopedics and Spine.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
I've onboarded 100,000 people and seen firsthand how culture change saves millions and drives innovation. Our purpose? Helping organizations thrive by unlocking their talent's full potential. Uncommon potential, extraordinary results.
Third down and 9 yards to go for the Grizzlies to start the second quarter. Spartans up 21-3. Arjun Banerjee, the junior quarterback, is going to throw here. Now he runs to his left, looking to throw up the sideline, up in the air, and incomplete. He was looking for Jake Westfall up the sideline, but Westfall could not go up and haul it in, and the incompletion brings up fourth down.
Here we'll see it again. I'll give you a couple of quick numbers. Remember, they had 59 yards on those first, or 49 yards on that those first two runs. And since then, they're negative. Total of 102 yards in the first quarter for Cal High. De La Salle 10th place for 173.
Spartans come into this one averaging 355 yards per contest. Banerjee, also the punter, punts this one away. Ant Dean retreating, is going to make an over-the-shoulder catch near his 30-yard line. Takes it up this near sideline, and he's forced out of bounds prior to the 45-yard line. Tackle for the Grizzlies made by Luke Taylor. Spartans have had good field position. This one, the worst was when they started at the 22 last time. Before they started at their own 40 and the Cal 35, and now they'll start at their own 45.
35, he's wrapped up before he's wrapped up by number 10, Luke Taylor.
11:44 to go in the second quarter, just underway in the second. And Braden Knight is into the game to get his first chance at quarterback tonight. He's got Dominic Kelly to his left. Knight fakes a handoff to him, rolls a little to his left, looks downfield. He's got a man. The pass is going to be complete. Making a nice move along the sideline is Robert Williams, and Williams takes it inside the Cal 40-yard line as he makes his fourth catch of the season.
Pass complete to number 10 at De La Salle, Robert Santiago. He'll pick up a few yards. He's wrapped
wide open in the left flat there is Williams. He's able to dance around one guy, and eventually it is number 20, Eli Veronini, who brings him down, and number 19, Darius Brown.
Pickup of 20 yards. Braden Knight, 16 of 31 on the year for 150 yards coming into tonight. 2 of 4 for 37 yards last week against Monte Vista. First and 10 at the Grizzly 35. Knight on the jet sweep's going to hand the ball off, and it's Jaden Jefferson inside the 30-yard line. Jefferson not afraid to get physical, takes it inside the 25. He will not go down. They'll finally blow the whistle to rule him down as Jefferson gets the carry. 422 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the year on the grounds.
A little bit of a funky handoff there. It looked like they didn't have a clean exchange, but it didn't matter. There is a flag down, though.
Holding on the offense, number 74, penalty being forced from the spot of the foul.
Holding on the right tackle, Wyatt Ferguson.
And it's going to come downfield. Couldn't quite see it in that angle, but Jefferson will get a couple yards on the carry, I think.
First down and 16. Deuce Jones-Drew in the backfield along with Kelly. Braden Knight throwing again, pump fakes, now wants to go up the sideline, and it's incomplete as he was expecting his intended target, Reed Lawrence, I think, to break in, then break back out towards the sideline.
That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, there was an expectation of the route tree would be a different route. 2nd and 16 here. On most teams, you'd expect a definite pass here, but Spartans' running game is so strong that that's definitely an option.
Deuce Jones-Drew with Knight. Fake it to him. Knight throws it in the flat, caught there by Jefferson. Jefferson turns it upfield and is tackled at the 36-yard line.
That pass complete.
Play made
Number 15
by
Jaden Jefferson, who's wrapped up on
Everett
that
Cross.
Yeah, I had 22 and 12. That would be Jake
Cross.
Westfall and Everett Cross.
Jefferson gets the ball down to the 35.
So you get it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 10. Jones-Drew and Blanche split behind Braden Knight. Knight wanting to throw across the middle. He's got his man. It's Asiasi complete inside the 20-yard line for a Spartan. First down. Asiasi has many catches tonight as he had in the season coming in.
Wrapped up on that play by number 8, Jadis Lucky. He'll get the ball down.
Jadis Lucky again having to make the stop from the secondary. A 16-yard pickup on 3rd and 10.
Just wide open in that seam in the zone, and that's a lot of space. Of course, you're defending De La Salle. You kind of feel like you have to play run first, but with Knight, you can get burned.
He hands off Jefferson. Jefferson looking for space over the right side. He's tripped up shy of the 30-yard line. Nice play made from his cornerback spot by the senior Elijah Dawkins.
Yeah, that was a good job tripping up Jefferson.
By number 2, great athletic play there by Elijah Dawkins of California. Trips him up in the backfield.
Loss of 3 on the play. Spartans had 2nd and 16 before, now at 2nd and 13.
For De La Salle.
Deuce Jones-Drew and Derek Blanche split behind Knight. Tight end off to the left. Knight hands off, looking for space, fighting through tackles, and taken inside the 10-yard line is Blanche, who we saw just run a 66-yard touchdown on the last possession.
Picks up 2 yards before he's wrapped up by number 25, Jacob Stick.
Looks like it's down at the 10.
10-yard line.
It's going to be shy of a first down, 12-yard pickup, 3rd and 1. Spartans 1 for 1 thus far on 3rd down. That was on this possession. Jones-Drew and Kelly, and it's going to go to Jones-Drew off to the left. Jones-Drew looking for the end zone. He'll get there. Touchdown, Spartans. Deuce Jones-Drew, 4th touchdown of the season. Makes it 27-3 De La Salle.
For a touchdown for the Spartans.
Well, after a while, you just don't know what to say about De La Salle when they're in this mode where they're just dominating everybody in Northern California. This is another good team. 3 straight weeks they've played the best of the East Bay Athletic League, and they're just jumping out to huge leads every single time. Jones-Drew, easy touchdown there, got the blocking at the line. Nobody on that half of the field to cover him in the Cal High secondary. Pending the point, 27-3.
Lucas Platzbecker, the lawn snapper, the hold by Lawrence. The kick is good for Gianluca Deneroff as he kicks the extra point, his 9th extra point of the year. That makes it 28-3 Spartans. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Lemurs Buick GMC.
One more second here and thank Dr. Justin Trail, DC, for helping us out today. Thanks a lot, Dr.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com. Justin Yorabari has 1 touchback tonight. He'll be kicking this time from left to right. The Spartans up 28-3, 8-play, 55-yard drive. Took 3:33. Deuce Jones-Drew the 10-yard touchdown run, and it's Yorabari who's going to squib kick this one. It bounces inside the 30-yard line, bobbled by the Grizzlies, and then they'll just quickly pounce on it to make sure they retain the possession. Falling on it last there was Zach Bruce, a junior
That kick fielded
lineman.
by number 75 of California, Zachary Bruce. Downs the kickoff. This ball's going to be spotted just across the 25.
Grizzlies, on their first 3 plays, picked up 79 yards, but it's been tough against the Spartan defense ever since.
Yeah, I was trying to make that point a few minutes ago. 102 total yards now.
So 23 since those first 3 plays. Banerjee is going to hand off. That's Lucky. He's got nowhere to go. Wyatt Ferguson, the first one there to bring him down. Another tackle for a loss for the Spartan defense.
He's met the backfield by number 74, Wyatt Ferguson of De La Salle.
Ferguson lined up at the right end there. He does get blocked. Kind of a low block there from the Grizzlies. Didn't slow him down at all. He wraps up Lucky, Bubba Vargas, and Nico Baumgartner there to help finish it off, but that was a Ferguson play.
5.5 tackles for a loss this season for Ferguson coming into tonight. It's a loss of 1 to make it 2nd and 11. Banerjee going to keep it himself. Ferguson trying to bring him down again. He gets a little help from his teammates. Vargas among those in on the stop as they get past the original line of scrimmage and make it 3rd and about 9.
Picks up a couple yards, but he's dropped up by number 74, Wyatt Ferguson. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for California.
So 3rd and 9, you expect Banerjee and the Grizzly offense to be throwing here, but he's going to pitch. And this is Jadis Lucky, and Lucky's got nowhere to go, forced it out of bounds. Jacob Dartez comes up to hit him.
Jadis Lucky ran out of bounds by Jacob
Dartez just come flying over, gives him a hard shoulder, and ends up maybe a gain of 2. And Cal High again in a punting situation.
4 on the play.
Grizzlies kicked a field goal on their first possession. Have now punted on 3 straight.
But to be clear, that field goal was a loss. They were down at the 1-yard line.
Yes.
That's like taking 4 points off the board.
17th 3-and-out forced by the Spartans this year. Banerjee, also the punter, boots it away. The Spartans have nobody deep. Trishawn Wright was the deepest one they had. He'll be picked up at the 35-yard line, a net of 33 yards. And the Spartan offense, which is 4 for 4, scoring touchdowns on their possessions, will take the field once again with 6:12 to go in the second quarter.
De La Salle takes over 1st and 10 at the 35.
Spartans averaging 38.9 points, 355 yards per contest.
Spartans not leaving much time for the changeover there. They're right on the line immediately.
And it's Toa Avai back in there handing the football off and spinning his way around past the 40-yard line is Derek Blanche. Pickup of about 7 for Blanche. Blanche came into this one 708 rushing yards in the season, 7.9 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. He's been the leading rusher for this team each of the last 2 years.
2,200 yards in his career, 18th man to get 2,000 yards in De La Salle school history.
The quarterback, Toa Avai, trying to join that club tonight, and he's going to throw here. Has some time. He's got a man downfield. It's going to be caught inside Cal territory for a Spartan first down as Robert Williams makes his second catch of the evening.
Santiago met immediately. Good tackle there.
Here we'll see it. Williams is the wide receiver on that side. Kind of settles down, 15 yards in the out. Good job by Elijah Dawkins to come up and hit him and get him down quick, but too much space there. They're too soft. And again, you understand why.
Pickup of 11 there. Here's Avai again throwing. Evades one man in the backfield, throws it downfield and too high and off the hands of his intended target, Dylan Scott. Scott's been getting very active in the receiving game, 7 catches in the year, had a 39-yard catch last week against Monte Vista.
Yeah, he's kind of become the primary receiver of the wide receivers, and he gets a hand on that one. He probably feels he should have gotten it, but it was a little bit high, a little bit behind.
Second down and 10 yards to go for Avai and the Spartan offense. Dominic Kelly looking for space. He stumbles a bit before he gets to the line of scrimmage and is able to fall forward to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that stumble probably cost him.
That gives number 21, Dominic Kelly,
Danny
on the left side,
Pahulu
on the
and Alexander Tauampa'a on the tackles there.
Emery Spate, Reed Lawrence into the game as receivers on this near right side. Spartans have two receivers to the left.
Third and a long stick.
Kelly is in the backfield with Fa'avai. Spartan quarterback throwing again. He comes back to this near side. Reed Lawrence makes a catch inside the 40, and he does a good job falling forward to get that first down. He might be shy, but it looked like he was going to be much further away from the first down before that last push he made to get to the marker.
There it is, kind of that pat by Fa'avai. Dawkins there along with number 25, Jacob Stickovers, there to bring him down quick.
6-yard pickup brings up 4th and 1. Spartans 55% on 4th down this year, 11 of 20. Deuce Strones, Drew, and Blanche in the backfield. Hard count by Fa'avai, and that is going to move the chains. The offsides by Cal.
On the defense with contact. 5 yards results in a first down.
With contact, Kenny says, although that's irrelevant to the whether in fact it's a penalty.
So the Spartans, who are already 4 for 4 in their possessions, looking to go 5 for 5 here. Start at their own 35-yard line, now at the Grizzly 33. Blanche in the backfield with Fa'avai, another 4-receiver set with 2 to each side, and the Spartan quarterback throwing again after a pump fake. He's looking to the end zone for Williams, and it's incomplete. Coverage down there by Elijah Dawkins, running with Williams up the sideline.
You know, that could have been a little dangerous here. Dawkins may have had the better shot at the interception.
Pass ball's incomplete.
There's a marker down there, the goal line. Late. I'm not sure if that was a late flag. Looked like it.
I don't know. I didn't see anything on those two. See if Kenny's going to announce something for us.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 2. 15 yards of being forward.
So Dawkins a little too happy with himself after breaking up that play. And
so the play will stand.
And the Spartans now in the red zone at the Cal 18-yard line. Blanche in the backfield with Fa'avai again. Trips it off to the left side of the Spartan quarterback. And he rolls that direction. The lefty looking to throw on the move. Cuts it up. A flag comes down as he does get rid of it. It's deflected and trying to stay in bounds on that interception. It was picked off by the Grizzlies. What a play made by the strong safety, Jordan Lee. There is a penalty marker as Fa'avai was rolling out to his left.
Well, here we're going to see it. This is probably a pass he shouldn't make.
Holding on the offense.
The holding will be denied. Scott tips it up in the air, and there you can see 1 foot down. Jordan Lee makes the interception, so they'll decline the penalty, and Cal High will get the ball.
So Jordan Lee with his first interception of the year, and the first time the Grizzlies have denied the Spartan offense. Still have 3:14 to go in the first half as the Grizzly offense is back in the game. Not great field position back at their 8-yard line. Spartans had just 2 turnovers in their first 6 games this season, but now 6 in the last 3 games. It was the 5th interception of the year by Fa'avai as the Grizzlies keep it on the ground with Lucky. Lucky comes over the left side and gets past the 10-yard line. Maya Talonen on the stop. Jacob D'Artez holding his right knee or shin there after this play. Hopefully D'Artez is okay. So you got bundle. Oh, yeah, someone landed on the back of his leg.
And he's still down, so they're going to take time as the trainers examine him.
D'Artez having a terrific season for the Spartans, 22 solo tackles and 15 assisted for the 5'9", 175-pound senior who's been on the field for most of the Spartan snaps defensively.
Well, this defense has been so good, and it's been adding people. They got Brandon Cook back last week, and so D'Artez has been a big part of it. But they have some depth on the defensive side of the ball.
For sure. You've seen, of course, Treshawn Wright and Robert Williams also play the safety spot. And, this would be a tough loss if D'Artez is out for any extended time. Spartans up 28-3. They just, in the last possession, threw an interception after getting in the red zone. It was the first time they did not score. D'Artez helped to his feet. Kent Mercer, Doug Bauman, Dr. Charles Preston down there.
So needing assistance to head off the field.
Spartans playing without middle linebacker Landon Miller, the freshman, out tonight, and now D'Artez, a senior, out, and you just hope that injury is not long-term. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Grizzly offense. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Senior night at Cal High at Ernie Berger Stadium. Arjun Banerjee along with Jadis Lucky in the backfield. Banerjee wanting to throw. He's a lefty, throwing it up the left sideline for Fox, and Fox cannot haul it in. Again, not a bad pass by Banerjee. Jefferson running stride for stride with Fox as those two speedsters went up the sideline.
Yeah, that was excellent defense by Jefferson on that one. Fox couldn't quite pull it in. Obviously, you run those sideline routes, and part of the trick on that is it's sort of like an extra defender there. You have not a lot of room. And you see it on Sundays. Everybody's so great at throwing them, but it's a hard thing to thread that needle.
For sure. Banerjee almost got it there, and 3rd down and 6 now. Ball in the near left hash. Fox lined up on this near right side, again lined up against Jefferson. Banerjee goes the other side of the field. Pass is going to be caught for a first down, past the 20-yard line. Tackle made by Emery Spate as Wesley Weininger makes the catch.
Wrapped up on the play by number 19, Emery.
This is a good little in route to the outside man.
Takes the ball out.
Again, they usually use Weininger for short routes.
20-yard line, ball's going to be spotted.
But he's very effective.
Came in, 6 catches, 73 yards for the senior. A couple catches tonight. That one picks up 11 on 3rd and 6. Spartan defense were holding their opponents to just 31% on 3rd down coming into the night. Only 13.8 points per game allowed, 252.8 yards allowed per game by the Spartan D as they hand off to Jadis Lucky. And again, the middle of the Spartan defensive front pushes him backwards. Nico Baumgartner, one of those who had his paws on him.
Yeah, I think Nico got in there first from the linebacker spot. Several others came in, and it ends up being no gain. Down to 143 and running here.
Baumgartner and Vargas really the two leading tacklers on the Spartan team, but then the next guy on that list is the guy we saw just leave the game moments ago, Jacob D'Artez. 2nd down and 10 for the Cal offense. Banerjee now looking over to the sideline.
Well, they're under 10 seconds. Back judge has his arm up.
Closing in the 1-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Banerjee takes too much time here.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Cal Cagno on the Grizzly bench will call a timeout. 1:12 to go in the first half. 28-3, Spartans lead it. You're watching De La Salle TV, brought to you in part by Lemurs Buick GMC.
SPM Properties Incorporated, based in Walnut Creek, California, has managed commercial and residential properties in the Bay Area for 30 years. SPM Properties Incorporated offers diverse real estate services, meeting the needs of Contra Costa, Alameda, and Solano counties. Check out their website for available rentals at spmproperties.com.
.112 to go in the first half. De La Salle 28, California 3. Second down and 10 for the Grizzly offense from their own 23. Fox, the receiver wide to the left, as Banerjee looks that direction towards his sideline.
I love that you have the timeout and they're still looking over.
Yeah.
You assume the timeout calls a play.
Here's on play action, Banerjee throwing up the field. His pass incomplete. He was looking for Fox. Again, Jefferson in on the coverage.
Again, point of emphasis for the Spartans defense was definitely covering Fox on those vertical routes, and Jefferson is obviously the Spartans' fastest guy in the field probably, is the man assigned to him right now, and he's doing a good job staying with him.
Didn't give much of a window for Banerjee to complete that ball to Fox. It's third down and 10.
Of course, the issue now for Cal High is Spartans getting the ball back with a minute.
Spartans obviously can score quickly. We saw that plenty in last week's game against Monte Vista. Banerjee will hand the ball off, and it's Lucky. And Lucky had a big hole up the middle, but upended prior to reaching the first down marker by Nico Baumgartner. And the Spartans will use up a timeout to stop the clock with 1:02 to go in the half.
Yeah, Baumgartner with a great leg tackle there to stop Lucky with a 7-yard gain. It's 4th and 3. And Lucky frustrated. He feels like he could have broken one there.
Yeah, he would have taken that one into Spartan territory if not for Baumgartner's stop.
And he does that against teams. He's really good at breaking free on the runs and breaking a couple of tackles. And we've seen a couple in this game, and we've seen that on film with Cal High.
Yeah, Jadis Lucky, he has ran for 100 yards or more in every game this year except for Monterey Trail when he ran for a measly 99.
You almost want to go back on the tape and look for that extra yard,
exactly. Right? He also had 3 touchdowns that night, and he has scored at least 2 touchdowns in every game this season. He's got 23 on the ground, 2 more through the air this year does Jadis Lucky, the junior who came by way of Manteca. The Grizzlies punting here on 4th down with 1:02 to go in the half. Spartans playing their regular defense here, so no one back deep. Banerjee also the punter. It's a low snap, and he does kick it away. This will allow some time to come off as it will bounce inside the Spartan 40 and will be picked up at around the Spartan 33-yard line with 52 seconds to go in the half.
Well, it's plenty of time for De La Salle, which still has a couple of timeouts left on top of it, and they'll be starting at their 32.
Spartans already tonight have a touchdown possession. It took just 39 seconds. They had one other that took 1:18. They've got 52 seconds here and 2 of their timeouts.
If Kelly can avoid Lucky dragging him down by the 1-yard line, they got plenty of time. Looks like they're thinking throw here. We'll see.
Toa Avai is going to take this snap out of the gun with Derek Blanche with them. From their own 32, Avai stays in the pocket, now moves to his left. On the run, his pass up the sideline, caught for a first down, forced out of bounds was Ant Dean.
Number 12, Ant Dean.
And a big hit by Lucky after he caught the pass.
Immediately by number 8.
10th catch of the year for Dean. He leads the Spartans in reception this season.
Spartans coming back to the line, but we'll see the hit right there. It's legal, it's clean. Dean's in bounds, but Lucky let him have it.
14-yard pickup, and it's Avai on the draw, giving the handoff to Blanche, and he's got plenty of running room up the left side. He gets out of bounds inside the Cal 45 line.
We'll see the ruling here if it's just first down that stop the clock or out of bounds. Spartans appear to be ready to go quickly.
Pickup of 13 on the play for Blanche, who already has a 66-yard touchdown tonight. Clock at 38 seconds. They did say he got out of bounds there. So it won't start until this play. Deuce Jones-Drew to Avai's left. 3 receivers to the quarterback's right. Pavai giving signals to his receivers here. The senior quarterback in his third year playing for the Spartan team. Looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he goes down. Just the third time a Spartan quarterback has been sacked this year. And on the sack was Jacob Stickevers, the outstanding middle linebacker, his third sack of the season.
Yeah, Stickevers in there to make the sack.
And Jacob Stickevers, number 25, team up for that.
And now De La Salle will call a timeout.
33.2
seconds, 33.2 seconds left.
Timeout, De La Salle.
Again, just a third sack allowed by the Spartan line this year. They allowed 8 last year.
Of course, they aren't throwing the ball a whole lot this year. And so that's going to reduce your sacks just by that. But I think the offensive line is stronger than it was a year ago as well.
Yeah, it's been an excellent job by this line this season. It's 2nd down and 13. Again, the Spartans down to 1 timeout remaining. Avai calls a man in motion. That's Blanche to go to the right. He looks Blanche's way. He's under pressure. A little shovel pass to Blanche. Blanche makes a man miss at midfield, turns it back upfield, and is tackled at the 46-yard line. It's going to be a loss on the play.
Timeout.
And the Spartans will use up their final timeout with 23 seconds left in the half. And Blanche,
number 22.
it wasn't dramatic by any means, but he ends up becoming the all-time leading receiver among running backs in De La Salle history, his 34th catch of his career.
So that play just didn't work from the beginning, so you wonder if the official film will include that one as the example of him setting the record. But the Spartans called their last time out. They got 23.4 seconds left on the clock. They're still fine. Clearly, they would like to get this first down and get a first down near the sideline so they won't have to rush and spike the ball. But if they did have to rush up and spike the ball, they should have enough time to, 8-10 seconds.
2 receivers each side. Avai looking up the sideline. He's got a man downfield, and it is going to be complete. That was Chase Young on the reception up the left sideline. Good throw by Avai. And Young steps out of bounds with 18.6 on the clock.
Well, 22-yard gain, and you can't really exactly what I was talking about, down to the 23. And now a new set of downs, 18.6. And you're obviously in pass mode here, but you've got a lot of options what you want to do.
5 receiver set, so nobody in the backfield with the Spartan senior quarterback. Avai looking up the field on the far left side of the field. Another pass along the sideline. This is Ant Dean again inside the 5-yard line, and the clock stops with 13 seconds left.
Covered on the play by number 20, Eli Barr.
That's at the 3. And Dean just doing a perfect go to the sideline, stand on your tippy toes and catch the ball. And nobody on him at that moment, at that far out. And now they're at the 3 with 13 seconds, and you can throw 3 times to the end zone here if you do it right. But the one thing you can't do, everybody says you can't be sacked. Well, obviously, you can't take 8 seconds on one play here. You need to make a decision and send it, and it looks like Cal High is going to call timeout.
So the Grizzlies are going to talk it over here as they want to keep the Spartans out of the end zone with 13 seconds left in the first half. Toa Avai 4 for 4 throwing the football on this possession, including a couple completions to Chase Young and Ant Dean. The first one for 22 yards, the most recent one for 20 yards to set up the Spartans with this first down and goal. The Spartan team going to have a team meeting. Around the Cal 20-yard line. Spartans have put together dominant first halves in the most recent wins against San Ramon Valley and Monte Vista, trying to do so again here tonight. They scored on their first 4 possessions and now on their 6th possession of this first half. Have a first and goal. Cal will get the football to start the second half.
You don't think they're on-sighting it?
I doubt it.
Okay. Just checking.
13.4 seconds left. No timeouts for the Spartans.
If you had a little bit more time or a timeout left, you'd love to see a bootleg here.
Jones, Drew, and Blanche with Fa'avai. He's going to keep it to his right, looking for some blocks, and Fa'avai into the end zone. The 40th rushing touchdown of the senior quarterback's career, and the Spartans make it 34-3 with just 8.8 seconds left in the half.
Well, it wasn't a question, I guess, but that's why I was thinking you couldn't risk that, because if he gets tackled, I'm not sure you get on the ball in time. Instead, Fa'avai wide open spaces, late block by Blanche there, but Talona and others clearing plenty of room.
Reed Lawrence again to hold. Gianluca Deneroff again to kick the extra point. This would be his second of the night, and he boots it through to make it 35-3 Spartans. We're back after this. You're watching De La Salle TV.
Deneroff.
Spartans kicking off, now up 35-3, final seconds of the first half. This one is going to drop inside the Cal 20. They have a little bit of difficulty with it, and we'll just pounce on it. As that on that return there was Chucky Curtis.
Operator, please set the game clock to 6 seconds.
Clock never started there, so they're going to bring it down from 8.8 to 6.
Thank you.
See if the Grizzlies do anything other than kneel on it here.
Got to imagine.
And they're in that formation as Banerjee takes the knee. And another impressive first half for the Spartans. The 5th-ranked team in the state leads it 35-3 at the break as they score in 5 of their 6 possessions. We'll take a timeout, bring it back for first half statistics. You're watching on De La Salle TV, presented in part by Lemurs Buick GMC.
My name's Luke Freeman, and we are the GMC truck supplier for DLS Athletics. And I graduated in 2018 from De La Salle, where I played football and rugby. Best victory was probably against St. John's. It was the first game of my senior season, and we came back after a big deficit in the first half and won the game. It doesn't get much better than that feeling to come from behind and end up taking over and winning the game. It's pretty good. It's definitely helped me to get where I wanted to be, going to Cal, and definitely helped me with my career and just knowing what you're passionate about, and whatever you're passionate about you can succeed in.
My name's Darren Anderson, and I'm one of the owners of Lemurs GMC. We have been in the community for going on 95 years now. We're one of the oldest businesses in Concord as well as the Bay Area. I am a De La Salle graduate from 1989, and I have 2 sons that are there today. We're very proud to be involved in the De La Salle community, and we want to extend an offer to all De La Salle community members to consider Lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
I see you till I in the dust.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com.
Navigating the business world is fraught with dangers. As your guide, Armanino provides the insights, clarity, and strategy you need to succeed. You won't just win today, you'll redefine the game. Armanino. Possible. Redefined.
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect. providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Welcome back to Ernie Berger Stadium in San Ramon on the campus of California High School. De La Salle leading the Grizzlies by a score of 35-3 at the halftime break as they take on this 7-1 team on their senior night. Spartans started off with a football. They got a good return from Dylan Scott as the kickoff came short on the first kickoff of the game. Scott returned it to the Cal 35-yard line after a couple of Dominic Kelly runs. It was Derek Blanche who ran it in the end zone from 12 yards out to make it 6-0. The two Spartans on the extra point try would have issues with the snap. They would try to run it in, would be stopped. So it would be 6-0 after that first possession. 3 plays, 35 yards in a minute 18. Grizzlies started at their own 20-yard line for their first possession tonight. On their first 3 plays, they went 79 yards. 2 Jadis Lucky runs and 1 Nick Fox reception. And they were set up at first and goal from the Spartan 1. But a bad snap saw them lose 21 yards, a couple false start penalties, and it was second and goal from the 32. They eventually settled for a 32-yard field goal from Henry Dupin on fourth and goal from the 16. He kicks the field goal to make it 6-3, 7-play, 64-yard possession that took 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Spartans started at their own 40-yard line, and Deuce Jones-Drew came up with a 24-yard catch. After some run plays, the Spartans were set up at first and goal at the 2-yard line. Dominic Kelly, a 23-yard scamper to set up that first and goal. He would run it in from 2 yards out to make it 12-3. Jaden Jefferson would run in the 2-point conversion to make it 14-3. It was a 5-play, 60-yard drive that took a minute 59. We're still in the first quarter here. Grizzlies got a first down in their second possession, but had to punt the ball to the Spartans. Spartans took over at their own 22-yard line. After DJ Asiasi had a 12-yard catch, it was Derek Blanche running it in the end zone from 66 yards out to make it 21-3, the second touchdown of the night for Blanche. 2 plays, 78 yards in 39 seconds. Grizzlies on their third possession would pick up another first down, but again would have to punt to the Spartans early in the second quarter. Spartans took over at their own 45-yard line, and they would go 8 plays, 55 yards. Asiasi had another catch on this possession to convert a 3rd and 10. And then on 3rd and 1 from the 10-yard line, it was Deuce Jones-Drew, the 10-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Deneroff made it 28-3, 8 plays, 55 yards in 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Spartans up 28-3 with over 8 minutes to go in the first half. A Grizzly 3-and-out gave the Spartans the ball back. They started at their own 35-yard line. Again, they got inside Cal territory, got as far as in the red zone. From the 18-yard line, though, Toa Avai's pass would be deflected and intercepted by the strong safety Jordan Lee to give Cal the football at their own 8-yard line. There would be another possession where the Grizzlies would pick up 1 first down, but on 4th and 3 would punt it to the Spartans inside the final minute of the first half. Spartans would take over at their own 32-yard line with 52 seconds to go in the half, and they would still have their couple of their timeouts. They would go 7 plays, 68 yards. Toa Avai was 4 for 4 passing on this possession, and then on first and goal from the 3-yard line, if the Spartans out of timeouts, Avai would still be able to run it into the end zone. The 40th rushing touchdown of his brilliant high school career made it 35-3 after another Deneroff extra point. 7 plays, 68 yards, 44 seconds. Avai scoring with 8 seconds left in the half. Grizzlies would kneel on it one final time to close out the half, and that's where we stand right now. And Damon has the first half statistics. Again, when we look at the stats, we'll again remind you the Grizzlies had 79 yards in their first 3 plays, but struggled to get yardage after that.
Indeed. So let's get to the team totals here. Cal High ends up with 127 yards on 26 snaps. So that's what we say, 79-3. So that's 48 in the next 23. De La Salle, 32 snaps, 333 yards, so averaging a tad over 10
yards of play. Spartans rushing 17 for 183. Blanche with 110 and 2 touchdowns on 5 carries. Kelly's 55 yards and a score on 6 carries. Deuce Jones-Drew, 1 carry for 10 yards and a touchdown. Toa Fa'avai, 3 for 7 and a touchdown. Spartans have passed for a total of 150 yards. That's split. Toa Fa'avai, 8 for 11, 108 yards and interception. Braden Knight, 3 for 4, 42 yards. So again, total 150 yards on 15 passes. 2 catches each for Ant Dean, Robert Williams, DJ Asiasi. Dean, 2 for 34, 2 targets. Robert Williams, 2 for 31 on 3 targets. DJ Asiasi, 2 for 28 on 2 targets. Deuce Jones-Drew, 1 for 24. Chase Young, 1 for 22. On the other side of the ledger, 16 rushes, 64 yards for the Cal High Grizzlies. Jadis Lucky, 11 for 75. Arjun Banerjee, 3 for 11. And then the team, 2 for negative 22. Most of that is on that bad snap when they were down deep in Spartan territory. 10 passes for 63 yards. Banerjee, actually I have him for 4 for 9, so I made a mistake somewhere in my spreadsheet. But at any rate, 4 for 9 for 58 yards. And the receptions, 2 for 24 for Wesley Weininger and on 2 targets. Nick Fox, just 1 catch for 20 yards on 5 targets. So a pretty solid domination for De La Salle, especially when you take away the first couple of plays for Cal High. Spartans defense obviously adjusted after that, and the offense has just been unstoppable. The Grizzlies have no answers so far for De La Salle. It's 35-3 at halftime, and what do you tell your team? I don't know. Just try and tighten it up. You're looking for a handful of things to get them little victories, and but Spartans have been running free on the field turf.
Yeah, 333 yards, very impressive, and 1/2 of play on 22 plays, as you mentioned. That's they're picking up good yardage. I mean, it's about 14, 15 yards. Looks like 15 yards a play, and they averaged 13.8 yards per play last week against Monte Vista, and they came in averaging 7.5 yards per play on the season. They increased that by almost like a full half yard last week with what they put up against Monte Vista, so they could be on their way to doing that again. And 183 rushing yards in the first half for the Spartans. It will be interesting to see if they can go over 300 rushing yards tonight because surprisingly, as well as things have gone for the Spartans this year, I mean, of course, there's a lot of factors why you don't, but they haven't ran for over 300 yards since week 3, the 42-7 win against St. Francis. So that's something to keep an eye on tonight. And as you mentioned, passing the ball well. Toa, there wasn't an interception, but Fa'avai, 8 of 11, and Knight, 3 of 4 in the first half for 150 yards passing. The Spartans came in averaging 80 passing yards a game.
Yeah, for a team that has all this star power in the running game, they really don't have as many 100-yard games on the year as you would think either. I mean, they've had a couple, obviously, but you look at it. Jones, Drew, and Blanche the first week, 102. Blanche, 182 the second week. Blanche, 109 the third week. 113 the fourth week. Since the El Cerrito game, they have had one 100-yard game, and that's tonight, Derek Blanche with 110 yards. So, and they haven't needed it. In some of these games, they haven't even possessed the ball that much because they're scoring so quick, and their defense is just, smacking down the other side. Yeah,
and Blanche now up to 2,370 rushing yards in his career, counting those first half numbers. Toa Fa'avai, the quarterback, who we've talked about before, he's now just 17, or I should say just 7 yards. Let me get that straight. He came in 22 yards shy of running for 2,000 in his career. He's now 15 yards shy of 2,000 after his 7 first half yards tonight. Some other games of interest going on tonight. Mater Dei, after they whipped Bosco last week, what a score that was. They were up 45-0 at halftime last week against the number 2 team. Mater Dei, of course, number 1 team in the state and the country. They're taking on Orange Lutheran, who's 3rd in the state tonight. St. John Bosco, also in that Trinity League, taking on J. Sarah this evening. Other games to note in Northern California, 18th ranked St. Francis at Valley Christian. And in the Bruce Mahoney game tonight, St. Ignatius, ranked 27th in the state, taking on Sacred Heart Cathedral. Also, Los Gatos taking on Wilcox in a good matchup down in the South Bay. And a couple interesting ones tomorrow. Sarah is at Reardon. Sarah ranked 28th in the state, so that should be a good one in San Francisco. And north, up the Golden Gate Bridge and at Marin Catholic, they're ranked 50th in the state now. They're taking on Cardinal Newman, who's 39th. That's a good one in the North Bay going on tomorrow as well.
I've got final on the Bruce Mahoney. St. Ignatius 45, Sacred Heart Cathedral 28. And Hogan, the SI running back, Jarius Hogan, 6 touchdowns, which is believed to be a WCAL record for a single game.
Wow. So that's what a game for Hogan, the St. Ignatius running back, as they win the Bruce Mahoney game over Sacred Heart Cathedral. So
I want to update my stats because I remember I noticed that I had Bangery for 9th passes and 10 in the teams. So I had miscoded one of Lucky's runs. So Lucky is 12 for 80, and Banerjee is 4 for 9, 58 yards.
All right, and Banji, as we mentioned, he's ran for 99 yards or more in every game this season, and coming into tonight. We'll have the third quarter coming your way next. You're watching on De La Salle TV. Spartans lead at 35-3 at the halftime break on De La Salle TV.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
You wouldn't put somebody in a baseball game if they don't know how to throw, right? So why do we put kids in a car before they know how to drive? We want to teach them that foundational skill of how to drive that vehicle, how to understand everything that's going on around them, and what they need to be paying attention to before they get out on the road. So we're all about a safe start and building better, safer drivers.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com.
Rubino Counseling Services is proud to be celebrating 25 years of treating the mental health needs of teenagers, families, and trauma victims, including first responders in our community. Rubino Counseling Services is owned and operated by De La Salle alumnus Dr. Michael Rubino and Carondelet alumni Erica and Jessica Valley. We want to thank De La Salle for their continued support, and we look forward to working with you for years to come. Remember, call Rubino Counseling Services for any mental health needs at 925-827-9876. Special rates are available for De La Salle and Carondelet families.
I've onboarded 100,000 people and seen firsthand how culture change saves millions and drives innovation. Our purpose? Helping organizations thrive by unlocking their talent's full potential. Uncommon potential, extraordinary results.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
Along with Damon Esper, Pat O'Rourke with you. Our director and cameraman is Tim Banks. We're on De La Salle TV, 35-3 Spartans lead as we start the second half from Ernie Berger Stadium at Cal High. Justin Yorubari will be kicking from left to right for the Spartans in their road white uniforms. On the road tonight, will be on the road again next week when they're at Clayton Valley. Taylor back to return for the Grizzlies, and this one is going to go to one of the up men. It's going to be caught by Zach Bruce again. Spartans will take that as the Grizzlies down inside the 20. Grizzlies 127 yards in the first half. Banerjee gives the handoff to Lucky. Lucky off to the right, and Spartan defense runs into him. Ant Dean, Mundo's there along with Bumgarner.
And another no gain.
Lucky, his first 2 carries of the night went for 59 yards. Just 21 cents, and so now it's 2nd down and 10. Lucky to the left of Banerjee. Banerjee's throwing this time. He comes over to this near side of the field. It's too high and off the hands of the junior Luke Taylor, who does not have a catch this season.
Taylor, of course, their kickoff returner, or one of them, along with Nick Fox. And he's in the rotation. You see him on the field sometimes at wide receiver. So kind of a surprise he hasn't had a catch yet.
Yeah, he's one of the starting receivers along with Weininger and Fox. But no catches. He has carried the football once this year. Third down and 10. Spartan opponents 31% on third down this season. Banerjee keeps it himself. He's going to try to run for it. Makes a move at the 20, but tackled by Ferguson along with Dean. Well shy of the first down, at least 5 yards shy of the first. Fourth and 5 for the Grizzlies.
Oh, you have to assume. I was going to say, I assume it's a punt, but they're not setting out in punt formation. But I got a feel that Banerjee is going to drop back and use his left foot.
He averages 36 yards a punt this year. Again, the Spartans don't have anyone back, so it bounces to De La Salle 36, and then will be picked up inside the 35. Spartan offense, which scored on 5 of their 6 first half possessions, will take the field for the first time in this second half. And it's going to be Braden Knight leading the offense as he gets his second series of the evening. From the Spartan 35.
Tolona coming off late.
Sprinting over the sideline.
Looks like a mix on the line. A couple of different guys.
It's a pitch to Dominic Kelly. Kelly has some space off the left. Inside Cal territory. Dominic Kelly can go the distance here. One play in this second half, 1 touchdown. 65 yards for Dominic Kelly to make it 41-3 Spartans.
Well, Kelly, second touchdown, and that he always seems to have 2 touchdowns now every time you look up. You see it's a pitch. Got good blocking there, picks up a block from Blanche on the end, and then just runs right by Jacob Stick-Evers and Eli Veronini and gets free.
2 touchdowns tonight, 28 rushing touchdowns in the career of Dominic Kelly. Reed Lawrence will hold, and a whistle blows before the extra point try. False start on the Spartans. So Deneroff will try it again. 1 play, 65 yards in 27 seconds. Surprised that run took that long, but
I don't think anybody's complaining on the white sideline. I mean, maybe Kelly's the slowest of the guys.
Longer extra point here for Deneroff, and he boots it through to make it 42-3 Spartans. 9:51 to go in the third. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
Justin Yorabari kicking for the Spartans. Again, little squib kick, kicked short, and the Grizzlies go down to the turf to field it. And, of course, that means the ball is dead there. And on the return, if you call it there, it was Nate Jad, Jr. Grizzlies start at their own 29. Man goes in motion, and it's going to be a pass, catching Weininger. And actually not Weininger, but that was Jake Westfall on the catch. Came in with 2 catches on the year, and he picks up a couple. Jashawn Wright on the stop for the Spartans.
Along with Jaden Nicholas on that one, and we haven't seen Nicholas in a little bit.
Yeah, he's missed the last couple games with a shoulder injury. Good to have him back in the lineup. Emery Spate's done a really good job in his place. Second down and 8 yards to go.
See him out there, number 17, right there on the left side of the picture.
He's guarding the speedster Nick Fox right now. Banerjee is going to hand off to Lucky, and Lucky's got nowhere to go. The Spartan defense eats him up. Landon Cook in on the stop, along with Jasper Buttles.
Anthony Morgan was involved as well.
Goes as a loss of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd down and 11, a spot the Grizzlies find themselves in a lot tonight with their offense, 3rd and long. 7:22 and counting to go in the third.
Frankie Rail and TJ Fanal back on there for the Spartans.
Pass near sideline comes to Fox. Fox only needs 1 foot in, and he catches it in front of Nicholas along the sideline. Close to a Grizzly first down. And they are, in fact, moving the chains.
I didn't see the chains moving. I was like, that should be a first.
So they convert to 3rd and 11. Now have it at their own 39-yard line.
Got that as the 7th first down for Cal High.
Went 3 and out in their first possession in the second half. Spartans have held them to 2 3 and outs tonight. Banerjee again with Lucky in the backfield. Westfall, the man, goes in motion over to the right side. And the snap is a bad one. Banerjee has to go back inside his 30 to fall on it. The ball is still loose, and the Spartans pick it up.
Kenny Leffel blew it dead there.
Oh, he did. Okay.
So it's we'll watch this. It's another poor snap. It's been an issue for Cal High this year. And the ball is loose. This is just an early whistle, and maybe an empathetic whistle at that.
Goes all the way back to the 27-yard line. A loss of 12. Banerjee, again with Westfall in motion coming over the left side. Everybody moves along the line, and that's going to push Cal back further. So now 2nd and 27 from their own 22-yard line. Seen a couple bad snaps hinder the Grizzlies tonight, and it seems like those have been followed by false starts.
They have.
Yeah.
The first one was followed by 2 false starts.
Yeah, right. So we'll see if they're due one more here.
Yes. That would be a pattern.
Clock is running here in the second half. So we're already inside 5 minutes to go in the third. Be the third straight week the Spartans have enacted the running clock. Banerjee has some time, throwing up the left sideline, looking for Fox, and Fox unable to track it, running stride for stride with Jaden Nicholas.
And get good defense by De La Salle. Nicholas able to keep Fox on that boundary and maybe gave him a little bit of physical contact, but never broke stride when running and never extended his arm. So that's how you want to do it. That's how they teach you. Kind of try and veer into him a little bit and get him to step out. Clock is running after the incomplete pass. So last week the Mustangs went with the running clock at the start of the third quarter. It appears that the Grizzlies have acceded to the running clock early in mid-quarter.
3rd and 27, Banerjee setting up a screen pass here and turning it upfield. Lucky makes a great move on Nicholas and takes it up this left side inside Spartan territory, finally forced out by Treshawn Wright. And so there's Jadis Lucky out of the backfield. His 11th catch of the season, picks up big yardage on 3rd and 27 and moves the chains for Cal.
Looks like it's going to be a 39-yard pickup there for Lucky. Rushing, he's 14 for 77, but his first catch of the night for 39 yards.
10 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns coming into tonight for Jadis Lucky.
Fox just brought a towel out and wiped down the football. I don't see it. It looks, oh, it is raining out there. Now they look up in the lights, so.
We're up in this nice press box, new press box here at Cal High. Fortunately, away from the rain as the handoff is going to go over the left side for Lucky. Lucky meeting the Spartan defense. Stopping him was Zion Cadet.
Yeah, it's mostly I would even go so far as to say it is all the backups out there. Nicholas, of course, normally a starter, but he came off the bench again tonight. Now he's off anyway.
Grizzlies started this possession with 9:51 on the clock. Right now there's 2:15 and going as we have this running clock moving. Banerjee going back to the sideline to get the play call here. Two receivers to the right, including the H-back over there now as Lucky takes it, or doesn't take the handoff. Instead, Banerjee throwing the pass is incomplete as he was looking for Luke Taylor again.
I think that might have gone deflected on the first level of the defense as well.
It's looking like it can be the second time this season where the Grizzlies don't score 35. They have not been held to fewer than 26 points in any game this season. Closing in on 1 minute to go in the third. Arjun Banerjee. Hands off Lucky. Lucky a big hole. Inside the Spartan 30. Breaks a tackle. Takes inside the 20. Still on his feet inside the 15. Finally brought down by the Spartan defense. Turner Madge in on the stop.
Good blocking here by the Grizzly line. then gets to the second level. Spate gets him wrapped up here, but can't quite get him all the way down. Madge comes over and helps him finish off the tackle.
Pick up 22 for Lucky, and now they're set up at the Spartan 13. This could be the final play of the quarter. Actually, the Grizzlies going to say we'll wait until the fourth quarter. So with the running clock, quick moving third, we go to the fourth. You're watching De La Salle TV, presented in part by Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want
California Grizzlies trailing the Spartans 42-3. Cal, though, trying to get in the end zone for the first time tonight. First play of the fourth quarter. Banerjee's going to hand off to Jadis Lucky. Lucky takes it inside the 10-yard line. Looked like Landon Cook in on the tackle. Cook playing the middle linebacker spot in place of Landon Miller tonight. Down to the 9. It's going to be 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup.
Come in here with a little bit on Calcagno, the Cal High coach. San Leandro quarterback, played Spartans in 1984. We'll wait for the play, but I'll give you some information on that game.
2nd and 6 from the Spartan 9. Banerjee trying to set up a screen pass in, and it's almost picked off. Spartans had a good chance there to come up with that interception. That was Robert Williams who had it, looked like right in his hands, but he took a big shot.
And Danny Pahulu is the lineman who, he's the left guard, and he gets out there and knocks it away from Williams right there. He had already dropped it, it looks like, but just to make sure.
So it's 3rd and 6 from the 9. Calcagno, a good football and baseball player at San Leandro High School, also played at Chabot and Sonoma State.
In the game, which De La Salle won 54-14, it was an NCS playoff game. San Leandro High actually had a 14-13 lead in the first quarter, and then, as is often the case, things went awry.
Banerjee on 3rd down, wants to throw towards the end zone and batted away and incomplete. Nice coverage there by the Spartans. Naeem Spencer to force that one to fall incomplete.
Looks like Elijah Dawkins was the intended receiver. See the replay here. Anyway, Calcagno was 21 for 41 for 244 yards against the Spartans. Not a bad yardage total historically, but 4 interceptions. But they had the lead early, and then De La Salle just kind of ran all over them.
What year was that?
1984. It was the NCS 2A semifinal.
Calcagno also coached at San Leandro from 1995 to 2002 and went up against the Spartans quite a few times in the NCS championship games. Dennis Dixon he had there at San Leandro.
Future pro. Dixon played for the Steelers.
Yes. So it's 4th down and 6 from the 9. Banerjee throwing, looking to his right the whole way. Pass is going to be caught in the end zone by Weininger. Wesley Weininger, the 9-yard touchdown catch on 4th down, and the Grizzlies have their first touchdown of the night.
Well, a nice little play there, and obviously that's what you're looking for when you're down this much in the fourth quarter. First string quarterback still out there, Banerjee, and able to get it to Weininger. It's a nice little play, gets it over the defender Williams, and Weininger makes a nice play to go up and get that ball. Nobody else could have picked that off. Good pass, and looks like a cramp in the left leg of Mr. Williams.
Having a little trouble getting up down there in the end zone.
He's got a brace on that left knee. He had an injury and missed the first part of the season, but that is the action. They're checking his foot. That's the action of a cramp.
Back to Calcagno. Yeah, those St. Leandro teams he coached, he made it to the NCS championship game 4 years in a row. Won 4 league titles during his time there. Then coached Chabot, where he also played at from 2004 to 2016. Won 6 conference championships there, and now has come to Cal in his 5th season here, 29-20. And the Grizzlies have had good football tradition in their program, and he's continued that. They made it to the NCS Division I semis last year, losing to Pittsburgh. They've made it to the semis in NCS 8 of the last 13 playoff seasons.
I want to add one thing on the San Leandro game in '84. San Leandro was undefeated going into that game. Pirates were 11-0, and it was a great season. Obviously, then lost to De La Salle.
And the extra point by Dupin makes it 42-10 with less than 9 minutes to go. We're playing for running clock here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. You're watching DeLaSalleTV, presented in part by NewFi Lending.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
.8:57 to go. The Spartans leading by a score of 42-10 now after the Grizzlies get on the board. The ensuing kickoff goes out of bounds for Cal. Spartans have had just one possession here in the second half. They've had just one play. It was a Dominic Kelly 65-yard touchdown run.
Kenny Leffel says, start the clock. This is just, I mean, it's not meant as anything bad, but in that 1984 game, it says in the game story that there was a snap over Calcagno's head that resulted in a De La Salle touchdown.
Yes, we've seen a couple consequential snaps tonight, as this is a low snap for Braden Knight, who gives the handoff. And for the Spartans, Gregory Jones, the third, is into the game to get some yardage. He has 101 rushing yards on the year and a couple of touchdowns, including one last week against Monte Vista. Pickup of 7 to bring up 2nd down and 3.
Spartans at 255 yards on the ground so far tonight. They'll have a chance here to get to the 300 mark.
Haven't had 300 yards rushing since week 3, the 42-7 win against St. Francis. This is the 5th time they have scored 42 points in the game in their 9 games, and they've got a big hole here. And plenty of running room for Jones up the right side. Jones up the sideline is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Gregory Jones, the third, with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Makes it 48-10, 58-yard run.
Milwaukee Reeves looked like he was going to push him out of bounds. He got his hands on him, but everybody kind of waited and looked, and eventually we saw no signal from the officials, so that meant he was still in bounds. Here you'll see Milwaukee's number 21 here trying to play catch-up. And right here around the 20, right before we cut away, is where he gave him a little shove, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to get pushed out there. Set a 58-yard touchdown run, and that does put the Spartans over 300 rushing yards on the night. So for the first time since the Week 3 game against St. Francis. Also, this is now a season high in points on the year for the Spartans. They had scored 42 4 other times, exactly 42, and Now looking to make it 49 on the extra point try by Gianluca Deneroff.
And the 7 rushing touchdowns, the school record is 9, done about 6 times, it looks like.
So all on the ground tonight as Deneroff's extra point misses to the right.
Somebody might have gotten a hand on that.
Looked like it changed direction there. So it's 48-10 with less than 7 minutes to go as the clock continues to move. 2 plays, 65 yards for the Spartans. Both Gregory Jones runs, including the 58-yard touchdown scamper.
3 plays total, as you alluded to a moment ago, in the second half.
Yeah, and that might be it. And they might not get another play on offense tonight with the clock running. Spartans will be at Clayton Valley next week.
And we'll have it.
Yeah, yes. We're not able to do our regular broadcast at Clayton Valley next week, but we will be able to call the game for the NFHS network viewers. We'll be calling the game over their automated Pixelot camera on NFHS. Damon and I will call that one for you. Just on NFHS network only next Friday night, the Spartans at Clayton Valley.
But the replay will end up being on Vimeo eventually, right? Or no?
No, just
live. All right.
Here is a short kickoff as going to be returned from inside the 20 and dropped by Taylor. He runs back to his 5-yard line to fall on the football. He still had trouble coming up with it. The ball appears to still be loose down to the 1, and the Grizzlies do end up getting on top of it.
That was Elijah Dawkins who eventually recovered it. And yeah, it was raining. It's not raining hard, if at all. Maybe a littlest of mist. It doesn't look like it looking into the lights. And just there you see it as Tim Banks gives us a shot. So it was raining earlier, so the field's probably a little slick, but just been that kind of night from the beginning for Cal High, pretty much from after their 3rd offensive play back in the first quarter.
Yeah, after those first 3 electric plays, they had a bad snap on the 4th play. They hand the football off here and looking to get some space from their goal line. Looks like Lucky's night is done. That was Jordan Lee who had the interception earlier, getting the handoff.
Jordan normally gets some carries earlier in games. They kind of split it, probably 2/3, 1/3, maybe 3/4, 1/4, but his first carry right there.
Yeah, he ran for 70-plus in games against Patterson, Granada, and Livermore. 395 rushing yards in the season coming in. 3 touchdowns for Lee, who, like Lucky and Banerjee, is a junior.
A lot of guys will be back.
Grizzly program 7-1. They have made the postseason. This is going to be the 17th straight year the Grizzlies are going to make the playoffs. 17th straight playoff season. Of course, there were a couple years where there were no playoffs in the NCS.
I think the biggest issue for them is they're losing 4 of their 5 offensive linemen are seniors.
For sure. As again, Lee gets a carry, tries to take a man with him as the tackle is made by the Spartans.
That I have for you, but I just forgot. We were talking about this before the game. It is number 42, who is Nick Castaglioa.
Okay, there it is. Pickup of 7 to move the chains to the Grizzlies, who now are closing in on just 3 minutes ago. Very fast-moving second half, running clock throughout the second half. Spartans leading 48-10 to 48 points, a season high. 5th time the Spartans have invoked the running clock this year. Banerjee's going to hand off. That is Mateo Young. Young, 196 rushing yards this season coming in, gets out to the 20-yard line.
I think we've lost an official. I only see 4 guys there. There's somebody in stripes over by the down marker. Oh, here he came. He was on the sideline. I'm not sure what was happening there. injury bathroom break. We ran a couple of plays with no back judge.
Yeah. He was over on hiding, it seemed like, on the Grizzlies sideline.
Yeah.
Over 2 minutes to go. Clock continuing to run. Young stays in the backfield with Banerjee.
What tipped me is it looked like Kenny Leffel before that last play was keeping the play clock.
Young, some space over the left side, spun around and tackled to the turf by the Spartans' Jonas Ebding. Another first down for Young. Grizzlies trying to run a few more plays here before this clock expires, as we now just have 90 seconds left.
I think they felt they got their touchdown, and now they just want to kill it and get home safely.
Program has had just 2 losing seasons in the last 19 full years. As I said before, made it to semifinals in the NCS, 8 of the last 13 playoff seasons.
Had a few good coaches come through the last 20 years.
For sure. A lot of success. They ran up in De La Salle in a couple NCS championship games in the past. Give it to Lee again and again he runs into Jonas Ebding and makes a nice tackle. Maybe time for one more. Looks like the Grizzlies are fine to say that, call it a night. The Spartans come on the road and they win at San Ramon tonight by the final score of 48-10. 7 rushing touchdowns on the evening for the Spartans. They run for over 300 yards and improve to 9-0 on the year and give the Grizzlies just their second loss of the season. We'll take a timeout, bring it back for the post-game statistics. You're watching DeLaSalleTV, presented in part by NewFi Lending.
SPM Properties Incorporated, based in Walnut Creek, California, has managed commercial and residential properties in the Bay Area for 30 years. SPM Properties Incorporated offers diverse real estate services, meeting the needs of Contra Costa, Alameda, and Solano counties. Check out their website for available rentals at spmproperties.com.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
SPM Properties Incorporated, based in Walnut Creek, California, has managed commercial and residential properties in the Bay Area for 30 years. SPM Properties Incorporated offers diverse real estate services, meeting the needs of Contra Costa, Alameda, and Solano counties. Check out their website for available rentals at spmproperties.com.
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1949. proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
Highest scoring total of the season for the 9-0 De La Salle Spartans, the fifth-ranked team in the state, comes to San Ramon tonight and defeats the Cal High Grizzlies by the final score of 48-10. We'll recap everything, including the first half. Spartans on their first possession of the night after a good Dylan Scott kickoff return start at the Cal 35-yard line. 3 plays, 35 yards. Derek Blanche, a 12-yard touchdown run. Spartans had an issue with the snap on the extra point. It ended up as a 2-point conversion try that was no good, so it was 6-0 to start. The Grizzlies went 7 plays, 64 yards in their first possession. Got as far as the Spartan 1-yard line, but went backwards from there. Settled for a 32-yard field goal by Henry Dupin to make it 6-3. That was with just under 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Spartans on their ensuing possession went 5 plays, 60 yards in a minute 59. Dominic Kelly, a 2-yard touchdown run, and then a 2-point conversion run by Jaden Jefferson made it 14-3. 5 plays, 60 yards in a minute 59. We're still in the first quarter here. The Spartans, after Cal punted the ball back to them, took over at their own 22-yard line. 2 plays later is Derek Blanche, a 66-yard touchdown run, his second score of the night. 2 plays, 78 yards in 39 seconds. Extra point made it 21-3. After the Grizzlies' third possession went into the second quarter, they would punt the ball to the Spartans early that quarter. Spartans would go on an 8-play, 55-yard possession. It took 3:33, capped off by Deuce Jones-Drew, 10-yard touchdown run. Deneroff's extra point made it 28-3 with over 8 minutes to go in the first half. Spartans, again, after 3 and out, would get the football back and would drive inside the red zone, but Toa Avai's pass was deflected and intercepted by Jordan Lee, giving the Grizzlies the ball at their own 8-yard line. But with 3:14 to go in the half, they would be able to hold the ball for over 2 minutes, but had to punt it to the Spartans with less than a minute to go in the half. Spartans took over at their own 32 with exactly 52 seconds to go in the half. Toa Avai would go 4 for 4 through the air on this possession. Then he would cap it off with a 3-yard touchdown run, his 40th rushing touchdown of his career. The extra point made it 35-3 as the Spartans scored with 8 seconds left in the half. 7-play, 68-yard drive. Cal would kneel on it to close out the half. In the second half, the Spartan offense would run just 3 plays. The second half played with a running clock. Grizzlies would go 3 and out. Spartans would take over at their own 35. Dominic Kelly, 65-yard touchdown run. His second score of the night made it 42-3 after the extra point. 1 play, 65 yards in 27 seconds. The Grizzlies would hold on to the football into the fourth quarter as they would hold on to the ball for over 12 minutes of game time with that running clock. And then on a 4th and goal from the 9-yard line, actually a 4th and 6 from the 9-yard line, it was Arjun Banerjee finding Wesley Weininger for the 9-yard touchdown pass to make it 42-10 after the extra point. Again, that was with over 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Spartans would run 2 more plays, 2 Gregory Jones runs. The last one, a 58-yard touchdown run, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year for Gregory Jones III. The extra point was no good, so it was 48-10, 2 plays, 65 yards, and 2:05. Grizzlies would run 5 plays to close out the game. The Spartans, another prolific offensive output. They averaged 13.8 yards per play last week against Monte Vista, and they averaged double-digit yards per play again tonight against Cal.
Yeah, season high 463 yards on 35 offensive plays. That's 13.23 actually per play. 313 yards rushing on 20 attempts, 150 yards passing on 15 attempts. Dominic Kelly ends up the high man, 120 yards on 7 rushes, 2 touchdowns. Derek Blanche, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns on 5 carries. Gregory Jones, 2 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. Deuce Jones-Drew, the forgotten man, just 1 carry for 10 yards. It was for a touchdown. Throwing the ball, this was all the same at halftime. They didn't throw the ball in the second half. 8 for 11 for Toa Avai, 108 yards, 1 interception, no TDs. Braden Knight, 3 for 4, 42 yards, neither a TD nor a touchdown. And what did I just do there? There we go. Going down a little bit, Ant Dean, 2 catches for 34 yards. Robert Williams, 2 for 31. DJ Asiasi, 2 for 28. Deuce Jones-Drew, 1 for 24. Chase Young, 1 for 22. I mentioned the 7 offensive touchdowns, all rushing, so 7 rushing touchdowns. That is not a school record. It's actually not even close. They have 9 is the all-time best, and 9 was done 6 times, and they did 8 a whole lot of times as well, and 7, of course, numerous times. So no record there, but it is the highest in a while. Actually, what I should probably do is look and see if I can figure out when's the last time they had that many. Wouldn't that be a good idea? 2014's the last time they had 9. They had 9 in the CIF game against Centennial. And 2019 they had 8 against Cal High. So that's a recent high, 5 years ago. What else? 29 rushes, 117 yards for California. Jadis Lucky would finish 17 for 107. Arjun Banerjee had 4 carries for 16 yards. Banerjee 8 for 18, 119 yards passing, 1 TD. Wesley Weininger, the leading receiver, 3 catches for 33 yards on 3 targets, 1 touchdown. Nick Fox held the 2 catches on 7 targets, 31 yards. J.S. Lucky had 1 catch for 39. Chucky Curtis had 1 for 14. Unofficially on the tackles, I had Nico Baumgartner with 4 solo, 1 for loss, and Bubba Vargas with 4 solo and no for loss. And Jacob Stickervers unofficially 4 solo, 2 assisted, 1.5 sacks, 1.5 tackles for loss. The sacks was the one thing on the list here. Cal High had 2 sacks on the night, although it's just showing 1 right now on my little thing. But I know they had 2 because I remember there were 2. What else? First downs 20-12, De La Salle. Penalties 6 for Cal High, 2 for the Spartans. Cal High ends up 4 for 11 on 3rd down, and De La Salle ends up 2 for 3. Fumbles, there were a couple in the game, but a couple of muffed kicks, but no fumbles lost. Just probably, I mean, this is a De La Salle team that is more a defensive standout team than an offensive standout team. But the offense has been good all year, and they have the 4 or 5 guys who can kill you on the run, and we see different guys every week doing it. But like mentioned during the game, until this week, they'd gone a few weeks without a 100-yard rusher, and this week it's Blanche and Kelly both hit that mark. So, considering they didn't play, the later part of the game, but the defense justifiably gets the attention, but the offense really shined tonight. This is probably the most complete game that they've played on both sides of the ball. Really, after those first 3 plays, the defense just didn't allow a whole lot, and the offense was just scoring quick all night. And, it's late in the season. It's the right time of year to be throwing together complete games, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the Grizzlies came in averaging over 39 points and 429 yards a game, and the Spartans hold them to obviously well below those numbers. They had not scored less than 26 points in a game this year, and they settle for just 10 tonight. And you mentioned the season high for Spartans in yards, 463. Previous season high was 431 against St. Francis. That was also the last time they ran for over 300 yards in a game, and they scored 42 or more points for the 5th time this year, 5th time they've induced the running clock. And and Toa Avai, he's going to have to wait another week to go over 2,000 rushing yards in his career.
You were dying for that to happen this week, but Dominic and Derek took the runs this week.
Yeah, Avai is now 15 yards shy of getting over 2,000 rushing yards in his career. No Spartan quarterback in all the great history of Spartan quarterbacks has ran for more yards than Toa Avai has in his career, and he's trying to become the first to get over that 2,000-yard mark and the 19th in the De La Salle history to go over 2,000 rushing yards in his career.
Yeah, and they are averaging, let's see, what is this? About 30, almost 40 points a game on the year now, and averaging just around 10, probably 12, not quite 12 points a game giving up, 120 in 9 games, so 13 points a game giving up.
And that would be the lowest number for a while. I mean, since 2018, they allowed 11.5 points per game. 2019, they allowed 14.3. Last year, they allowed 14.1. So they're, as far as the most recent numbers, as far as what we can compare to, and on the offensive side, they're upping their yards per play. I mean, 2019 most recently, where they had a high number there, 8.8 yards per play. I think after tonight, they'll probably be in that 8 range or whatever after the numbers are divvied up for the first 9 games.
Absolutely. It's 13.3 for the math on how many points they're giving up per game. And, you asked me these questions during the week. This is the behind the scenes for everyone. I get a list of like 12 stats that I have to look up for Pat every week, and it's totally fine. That's the whole point of me spending all the time looking up the stats. But in terms of like some of those teams, you go back and you see these 8 points, 7 points per game as some of the all-time numbers, and it's really amazing. And even beyond just 1983 or something, when they didn't throw the ball in high school football as much. Yeah, but it's like you have teams like in 2004 or whatever that are doing this, 2008, years like that, where they have just really impressive totals.
Yeah, the one you gave me in 2003, they allowed 5 points per game. 96, they allowed 4.4.
Yeah. That's just an insane thing to do in a game that actually has forward passing.
Sure.
Like you look up like some of these old college things. My dad died a couple years ago, and he has all these awesome old college football record books going back to the early part of the 20th century, and it's like, unbeaten, untied, unscored on. It's not possible in the modern game to be unscored on, But that's to average 4 points a game allowed. And one of those years I gave you, they had like 4 return touchdowns they gave up. So officially they allowed 8 points a game, but really it was 7. It's like, that's just nuts.
Yeah, crazy numbers in the annals. We'll see where this team ranks when it's all said and done. They've got another game against Clayton Valley next week, and then, of course, the NCS playoffs after that. But as Damon mentioned before, we're looking forward to doing a game at Clayton Valley. We're going to broadcast over their automated NFHS camera next week, so the game will only be on the NFHS network. It'll be an automated camera, and Damon and I will be on the call of that one next Friday night at Clayton Valley at, again, another 7:15 kickoff.
I want to throw the one in. So this is the 96 team. I was covering them as a sports writer at the time. 7 shutouts on the season, 53 points allowed in 12 games.
Wow.
So an average of 4 and change. 4 and change. Yeah. Just that's just insane, really, when you get down to it. Anyway, sorry. Wanted to get that in. It's just such a amazing statistic to me.
Well, next week the Spartans will go for a 10-0 season. They haven't gone through a 10-0 regular season since 2018. That was the last time they went through the regular season 10-0, and they'll try to accomplish that next week at Clayton Valley. Thanks to our director and cameraman tonight, our lone cameraman this evening, Tim Banks. For Damon Esper, I'm Pat O'Rourke signing off from San Ramon. Spartans defeat the Grizzlies tonight 48-10. You've been watching on DeLaSalleTV. Have a good weekend.
Thank you for joining us for another presentation of Spartan Athletics on DeLaSalleTV. Thank you to these sponsors for their help in sponsoring our broadcasts. Golden State Orthopedic and Spine, Lemurs Buick GMC, NuFi Lending, Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants, Armanino LLP, Greenlight Simulation, Drivers Training for Teens, and Lennox Homes. De La Salle would also like to thank Diablo Valley Funeral Home, Bay Alarm, Rubino Counseling, SPM Properties, Uncommon Potential, and GlassTech Professional Window Cleaning. Thank you for watching De La Salle Athletics, and join us next time for our next Spartans broadcast on DeLaSalleTV.